Hey everybody, scrapping with Grandpa. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? I'm gonna take this amazing ladder that was given to me yesterday and just kind of threw into the truck. And get it out of here. Before it's ruined. Back in my trail. Yeah, nice ladder. I'm not a big fan of aluminum ladders, but absolutely nothing wrong with that ladder, so I can't just throw it away. Alright, looks like all we have left in this thing is this refrigerator. Get my generator out. I didn't finish saying about my generator. A buddy of mine bought it for his whole house, and he never did use it. And then his son built a house next door, and he built that thing hurricane ready. I mean, I'm talking about if they have a hurricane, that's where he's gonna go. So he told me, just come on and take that thing and I could have it. And it runs great. So he bought it for a whole house generator when they had a storm, and didn't use it. And now that his son has that, built that house next door. All right, so what's next? What's next? What's next? We got a refrigerator. The lady says, oh yeah, that works. I know it does. I said, okay. Brought it over to my compressor guy. Damn it. For him to check the Freon. He said, that thing ain't had Freon in it forever. Not to mention, it ain't nothing but a rusty pit. So I don't think that thing's gonna be working for you. So I brought it to the house. Paul wanted it. He's like, I need a refrigerator. Mine at the house is broken. So I think I'll just take that. I said, yeah, okay. You can have it. Man, tell you what, that burn barrel or that dryer drum was a lifesaver. Today, this morning. I don't know if I told anybody. Somebody, a friend of mine, where you see me pick up metal every once in a while, brought this. He found it on the side of the road and told me about it. And shoot, it was all the way on the beach. I was like, man, can you just grab it for me? He said, I don't even know if I can get it in the truck. So, but anyway, it was a safe. And he called me back, said, I got it. And it was sitting on the side of the road. He said, I tried to open it, couldn't get in it. So I'm sure it's pretty empty. It was sitting on the side of the road. But well, it will not open. So the only thing I can think of, I just can't throw it away without looking inside. So I'm looking inside that thing. I'm gonna cut the hinges right there. I think I'm gonna try to cut them hinges right there, because I think these are just, when the door is open, you can take the door off when it's wide open and just drop hinges. I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100%, but I think if I take them hinges off, the door comes open. But we don't know yet. So anyways, it was literally dropped here at my house. That dishwasher over there was dropped off here. TV screen right there, that was dropped. That was dropped. Whatever this was, something I brought. These are a couple computers that I picked up in St. James. Just haven't taken them apart yet. I've been I guess that's a tower too. Bottom and that is the top. What that's all about. Anyway, I don't like it when it looks like this, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna work out here until this stuff is gone today. I might even move all my trucks, hook up my blade, scrape my yard again. I just think I'm gonna make a day of spending outside, getting some stuff done. That's about what I'm gonna make my day of. Anyways, we brought this to my AC guy just to have it tested. Paul needs a refrigerator. He bought one already online at Marketplace. His brother bought it. Turned out to be junk. So a lady gave that to us yesterday. She said, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it works. It was an outside refrigerator. Hadn't been running in a long time. And yeah, sure enough, we plugged it up and made noise like crazy to start with. So it was like, oh man. So on my way home, stopped by my AC guy. I said, hey man, put a test on this thing. So he tested. He said, I think ain't got no Freon in it. I said, well, no wonder it's making noise. So I'm going to take it apart. I want that. I'm going to Mike, Ian, I-A-N or I-E-N, Ian Matthews. I love his channel. He has a bunch of subscribers. He cuts them things open. He bought a plasma cutter from Harbor Freight, I believe is where he got it. And I think he paid less than 300 bucks for it. Man, he cuts the tops off of them things in just a few minutes. Next thing you know, he's got, this is compressor weight, which is, I want to say it's about 14 cents a pound around here. Don't give much for it. But if you cut that top off, pull a few bolts out, you get, from what I understand, what I've seen on the videos, you get copper, a lot of it. You get brass, aluminum, and then you still have your shred metal on the outside. So you know, you win 4 times as much if you just go ahead and cut them tops off and take them apart. If you don't know how to do it, learn. And the way you learn is you go to somebody's channel, start watching them. And Ian Matthews is one of mine for taking things apart. And sometimes he does a lot of micro, in my opinion, micro scrapping, because he'll take, no matter what it is, he's taking every little piece of, like them screens up there, he's going to take them apart and he pull all them little screen beads out of it. He does an amazing job. So go watch Ian Matthews. He's got a lot of subscribers. I love him and I've learned a lot from him. Thank you, Ian. And he also comments on my channel once in a while. But I seen him do that and I was like, oh man, I got to do that. Plus a few of my subscribers said, go watch Ian, go watch Ian. So I've had a few people refer me to Ian, and I was like, you're too late, because I've already been there and I already seen his little tool and I love it. And yeah, I have a set of torches in the back of my trailer over there, but I just cannot imagine pulling out a torch in 2022 when it comes to cutting off a lid like that, or cutting one of them up to take apart. What do you guys think? I mean, you take a torch. A torch can be used obviously for a lot of things, but this is 2022, and when you can go out to Harbor Freight and buy a plasma cutter, I mean, a no-touch, they call it, no-touch plasma cutter, and run that thing around that thing like a professional, without the grinder or without the Sawzall, even them work. But can you imagine? Go to Ian Matthews, watch his page where he cuts one of them things off, and it's like his first cut. So yeah, go watch his first cut page where he first fired that thing up. So excited to get one. To be honest, I just can't afford it. I mean, I can't afford 300 bucks right now. That's why I'm out here on a Saturday working. Although I love what I do, I'm not able to do what I used to do, so this is where I make my money. Look at that beautiful sign somebody gave me. And that came from BSL. That was literally a store sign. Got blown away in the hurricane, all busted up. The guy didn't take it down. So eventually the police station is actually across the street, and the city hall is across the street. And finally they said, look, get rid of that sign. It's a hazard. I guess we're going to fine you, according to the guys that I got it from. So they walked inside of the store, my local store, and seen one of my business cards, because I leave them there. They actually asked me to leave them there because they know so many people. So I left them some of my business cards, and this guy here calls me up. And I was on my way back from doing an estimate. I was on my way back from a doctor's appointment, actually. And on my way back, I was coming down Highway 87 towards my house. And I got a phone call. The guy's like, hey, I seen your cards. I'm down here at the PSL store, Clarence's. You want this sign they got out front? Clarence said you take scrap metal for free. I said, you daggum right I do. I'll just be there in a minute. He said, all right, we'll see you in a few. I guess he didn't think I literally meant a minute because I was just about around the corner. So I still have some things to do to it. It's got wires that go all the way through them centers right there. That's some aluminum right there. Let me double test myself. I don't want to be telling a lie, but I think that's a piece of aluminum. Pretty heavy aluminum. Yep, that's aluminum. Aluminum numb, and then that's just big heavy steel. Look at the size of that pipe right there. And look at the size of this base. Good Lord, if you haven't seen it in my video while I've been climbing up in here already. Picked it up yesterday. They literally had a Kubota with them. And they picked this thing up and threw it right in the truck. I think they consider that heavy steel. What do you think? Oh, I had to get this piece. This is a routed table. Man, how do you scrap something like that? I almost want to say sell something like that on Marketplace. Damn. So if you want to know the truth about it, today is for real the life and the day of a scrapper. And I say this because I was out here at 8 o'clock this morning, started working on this stuff. I'm not going to say I got a lot done today either. I did a lot. I want to get out of here. That's a nice piece of copper right there. Maybe. No. It's not. It's not copper. Thought it was copper. Oh. Well. Is it stainless? It's got to be stainless. Because it sure don't look like copper. No, ain't copper. Stainless, everybody. Check that out. No, wait a minute. Is it aluminum? Damn. Am I going to have to give it the scratch test? It might be a piece of aluminum. I say that because it bends fairly easy. I have to figure that out. I'm going to put that right over there with my... Yeah, my wife's out there in the storage building playing with the DOGs. I hear them. These refrigerators here have that clip on it, and what you do is grab that clip and just turn it sideways if you have room to do so, and it will come right out of that slot right there. That's the goal. Sometimes you can, if you got good snips, you'll be able to cut that end off right there and make it just a little bit easier getting that out of there. It's not that easy doing it one-handed. I'm just going to break that clip. That's all I'm going to do. Do that. Now that's completely free. You can work on them things, turn them, spin them, try to do all kinds of crap to them. For the most part, they're just going to give you a hard time. So getting to it sometimes can be the bear. Sometimes you can take a plate, once you got it loose on one side, and just spin that plate. See that? It'll come right out of there. So if you can see that. See if I can see it. See, it has that little thing on it right there. See if I can, come on. All right, let me take my glove off a minute, just so I can show you a little bit better. On this particular one, has a plate on it right there, and on the other side had that same little clip that you see right there. That clip has to turn in order to come out of that slot, because the slot is straight up and down. So if you just take a good pair of pliers and bust that one off once you can get to it, the other one on the other side isn't going to be that hard, because what you do is you lift that, pull it out, turn it to wherever that slot is. There it is. That thing's just going to fall right out of there. You take that, and once you've taken that, you want to make sure that everything has been cut, any wires that are connected to that, and then the whole small little motor basically fall right off of that thing. See, I can't even pull any pulling pressure so what you're going to want to do is probably get just a screwdriver or something long. I'm trying this one hand, pull it with the screwdriver and two hands, and that thing will pull right off of there. There you go. And then got a little compressor. Not bad. Voila. Alright, since I got this thing out right here, refrigerator's finished. Take the door off and send it in just like that. Alright. Like I said, this is going to be many videos because this is truly the life of a scrapper. Sure, it was 8 to 8:30 I came out here. 12:48. Oh, look at there, I took my gloves off. And the blood gods, or the scrap gods, have come for my blood. Alright, it's time to put the gloves back on. Only took them off for a minute, just so I could make that piece on that video. Yes sir, life in the day of a scrapper. Thank you, Lord, that I have the ability to do this, and thank you, Lord, I live in a place that has great weather. Alright, continuing where I'm at, because almost everything on there has been done except for that. I need to get to work because I've got a lot of work to do. I'm planning on getting this stuff out of here today. I don't mean taking it to the place, but I do mean torn down, taken apart. So it's time to go to work. I'm gonna go get something out of my little shop here. Time to get to work, quit talking. So I might have to be silent for a minute, or I'm not going to get anything done. I'm not trying to show anybody anything, how to do anything. I'm just trying to get her done. So I'm going to be quiet for the most part and just work. Don't need any of that. These I kind of like, the whole thing, because they have all that brass on them ends, and I do plan on cutting them off. Grab them off there. Goodness, out of there. Okay. That's all. That goodness. Later. What I do would like to Pop that right out of there. That's how I do it anyway. Which one is that one? Yes, sir. You usually got a couple Phillips in there. And for anybody who's concerned about the screws hitting the ground out here, don't be. If you see these got silver contacts, there's brass, there's all kinds of goodness in there. I'll throw that in there for processing later. This bad boy is finished. This is finished. The only thing in this trailer I need to do is get the wood off of that. Need to get the wood off of that. Because they don't want all that wood. And them screens, probably gotta take a better look at them. Okay, so that's a nice little chair, by the way. It's too bad it's in bad shape. Or is it? Oh, rusty. Oh yeah, she's bad. Daggone it. Alright, well that thing's not prepared. We're gonna take that apart. And this is not ready. Get this aluminum out of here. I don't want to have that messing up my file. Pull them screens out. I'm pretty sure that's... Find out, I think that's aluminum. What that is, let's find out. Alright, what else I got in there? Got them. I got whatever runs down them things. Let's see if it's worth me pulling them apart. See if there's enough wire in there. Let's see what's going on real quick. What do I got here? Looks like an anchor. That's an anchor for a small boat. Huh. See that? I'm not throwing that away. I am so bad when it comes to that. I'm like everybody else. Oh yeah, look at there. I gotta at least grab that stuff before this stuff goes away. Them things aren't much fun and I don't normally mess with a ballast. But if it's a good size one and it's easy to get, I'll go ahead and grab it. And it doesn't look like that's going to be too hard to get. Get rid of these wires that are on here. Part right there. I need a quarter driver. Alright, let me get what I need here. Whew, Lord have mercy. It's too bad that swing is bad. Look at that thing, it's beautiful. Paint that thing up, be like brand new. Damn, hate to see things go bad. I do. Gosh, look at that. I bet when that was new, that was so cool in somebody's yard. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it went bad on them. Oh, I do want to check these. Aluminum, so I do have to take them apart. Take them apart. Quarter bit driver is what I need up there. Quarter bit. 7mm. And quarter. That. Bring them cutters back. Day in the life of a scrapper. Scrapping grandpa. Making it real, man. I am making it real as I can. Oops. Hey, look at that. I didn't even need it on that one. Look at all that wire. Gotta have it. Pure goodness. Give up. Give yourself up. Dang, just giving up all its goodness. Hope you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Amazing. It's amazing. Just the thing. Somebody gave it to me. All I had to do is pull up my truck and actually loaded it in my truck. How cool was that? Talk about there's some good people in this world. I helped them and they in turn helped me. I helped them by getting that big old sign picked up. It was funny how I showed up literally a minute after they called me. Not gonna work. Come on, baby. Show me that goodness. I know you got it in you. I know you got it in you. Oh yeah. Oh goodness. The Lord has blessed me today. The Lord has blessed me today. He's blessed you and you and you. That's almost a nice looking pen, boy. I could put a lot of stuff in that. God. I bet I didn't hurt it a bit. I'm only taking these apart because they got that beautiful ballast in there. And that gorgeous wire. That wire. Oh, and a cockroach. Ah! And a cockroach. He's probably heading to my house now. Damn, this man done uncovered me. I'm going to his house. Oh yeah. Using up the goodness. Look at that, huh? Isn't that beautiful stuff? I mean, I think for this little small gauge crappy wire, it's still $1. Let's see what I get the other day. Gloves on, like a good boy, and I couldn't hit the answer button fast enough, so I missed it. But it said US Cellular. I'm only guessing it was. Come on, baby, look at the size of that thing. Who knows about ballast? I did a video one time on is it worth taking a ballast apart, and to be honest with you, they were so small that to me it wasn't. So alright, just trying to make this pile the best I can. Stack it in here. I gotta get all that stuff in here, and this is ready to go. I had to get that out and that out. That, I'm telling you, my the guy that I call Daddy Wally is the man that I call my stepdad, although we're absolutely no relation whatsoever. Call him Daddy Wally. I've known him for so many years. I want to make sure I check this thing for aluminum, and of course they do have some aluminum on them things right there if you feel like cleaning them all up, but it's such a small amount. I'm not going to do it today, but I am going to straighten them panels up, maybe put them in the front. Day in the life of a scrapper, everybody. You go nowhere, you're important. You want to be careful too. Working around steel. No joke, I want to tell you what's the truth. This stuff will hurt you bad. This stuff will hurt you bad, so I'm not joking. Always use caution. Probably more caution than I do, but practice what you preach, right? All I'm really saying is metal is dangerous. Metal is dangerous. It'll cut you, and it will cut you deep. And It doesn't care. It doesn't care who you are. We all are made with skin, brother. And don't throw trash. We all have skin and bones, buddy. This stuff right here will hurt you. Okay, so always be careful when you're working around steel. I am not always the carefulest person, so I get scolded sometimes for it. So yeah, sharp edges. Don't be got by that. These things almost look just the perfect size. What I'm looking for a little project I'm working on for my wife. My darling wife. She's amazing. I have a good wife and a good life, and I'm not going to make any complaints. Boy, that's all. That whole exterior cover right there is aluminum. Ooh, boy, that thing is so heavy. That is all aluminum. How can I get that off? All right, so let's figure that, guys, for real. Whew, I'm by myself. I don't have my best buddy with me. Okay. But nuts and bolts, man. I think I can move a few things around and get 20 pounds of aluminum. That's heavy. Let me check something out, guys. I'm trying to get real here. Get real, get real. It's definitely aluminum. That will come off. All right, it's got some bolts, so what do you have to do to get these bolts out? Oh boy, them are going to be some tough ones. They are hidden. There's some right there, but the problem is they got a little nut on the backside. Yeah, that's nice stuff. Goodness gracious. Ugh. All right, decisions. Let's see about time-wise, how this gonna work out. That'd be my first question. Time-wise, how's this gonna work out? Day in the life, baby. Okay. It's big. It's big. It's a lot of aluminum. First thing you're gonna want to do is see how much of it you can get, if any. Let's give it a shot. Gotta at least do that, right, everybody? At least do that. Okay, so what am I looking for? This right here. Find out what size bolts these are. Bigger than that. Oh. That's a 1/2 inch. It's smaller than that. Let's go with we've got to find the right size. We don't want to strip them all out. Alright, day in the life. Time is money. Gosh. Get to that meat. Yeah, it ain't working, guys. It's not gonna happen. The bolts ain't coming. Damn it. now. I can cut that and cut that. The saws off. Gosh. I gotta give it up, guys. I gotta move on. Too much to do. Alright. Too much to do. Can't be messing like that. Not on a such an important day. Such an important day. It's metal. Say that. Gosh. I guess. What's wrong with that? Pretty cool. But what do I do with it? See, these are the things that I hate it. That I see, I'm like, oh, that can be recycled. Somebody will buy that, right? So I put it out there, ends up in my freaking storage building. Ends up in my storage building. Okay. Them two items still got to come off. Don't think that's going to happen with me by myself. So let's go ahead and turn this up, get the door off. It'll be finished process. I can start loading what I've done. Took apart today. Looks like there's a lot of plastic in there. Alright, so some people take the doors off. I've never told me to, so I'm probably not going to because it has plastic in it. And I'm just gonna let them call it mixed steel. And let them call it mixed steel. Mixed steel gets 12 cents, so I don't really complain about that. What do I got here? Wheel. Oh, that's that cutting wheel they used to cut this. Oops, damn, that thing was fragile. That's what the cutting wheel they used to cut the bolts on this thing here. Son of a biscuit. Man. Alright. I'm just trying to make the best room I can. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. There. Exactly what I want. I wonder what I put inside it or anything. That'll fit. Oh yeah. Alright. Get this down. It's time to start taking that apart and getting everything loaded on this thing. Oh, I gotta take that apart still. All right, everybody, life in the day. Okay, a couple more things to take apart, and here we got another thing that I'm keeping. Okay, let's get these ballasts picked up. Put over here with the rest of my piles from today. Right there. Gosh, I hope everybody's having an amazing day. I have. Really enjoyed myself today. 110%. I try to do that all the time. Okay. I gotta have a sip of Java. Alright, what's next? Let's go ahead and... This is the only other appliance that I'll probably bring with me that looks like an appliance. Still gotta take that apart. I gotta have this motor before I throw this in the trailer, but it's got to go. This thing, wow. It's already in pieces. Not much left of it at all, so let's see what it takes to get that motor off quickly. Okay, let's start out with this right here. Motor. All I'm thinking right now is that motor coming off of there. That's all I'm thinking. And daggone it, I see it back there. My thing won't go in there. Oh. Alright, I gotta have a long bit. Maybe this will go in there. That one fit? Nope. Okay. That won't fit. Maybe that won't fit. Alright. I'm just right now thinking about options. What's my options? If I can't get in there, I don't have the... Gosh, I should have that bit. It's a long Phillips bit. Pop, pop, pop. That thing will be out of there in 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Oh, hate that. What do you do? What do you do? I just want that thing. Oops, didn't work that way. Kidding me? Oh, it's that battery. Okay, I remember. I got a bad battery. One more. Am I gonna get it? Maybe. Maybe. Pretty sure I got it. Oh, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What's it take to find out? Thor. Where'd you go? Where did you go?